Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Shall we start the session? Yeah. Hello, masters. Warm welcome for today's session. Before starting, I would like to say pranamas to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji and Meditation Magic Team. I'm very much grateful and happy to share the wisdom of Aksharamanamalai today. And before entering into the today's topic, I would like to just recall the previous week in short. Aksharamanamalai. Why this Aksharamanamalai arised from Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi. A group of devotees came to Maharishi and they pleaded him that they are not satisfied with meditation. They need something else to pray God in the form of slokas, mantras, or songs. At that time, our Maharishi wrote this 108 verses of sloka with the blessings of Lord Ganapati. So he explains this how we can surrender to God. Today we are entering into the next set of slokas. This is the previous week. And today we are entering into the new set of slokas today. In this slokas, he says, whoever read Aksharamanamalai, it's not mean that we will lost our pride. Pride is ego. It says that we and God are not different. And when we wholeheartedly do something, sure results will be showering us in many ways. Therefore, goal for everyone must be elimination of least distance between soul and the God. What is the least distance between the soul, our soul and the God is the ego. When this ego arises, it is automatically God will be disconnected from us. So we have to come across this ego. Automatically God will be connected, always he will be connected with us. And aim should be realization of the supreme identity. And what stands the way of the supreme realization is ego, again ego. Why this ego comes? This ego comes because of ignorance, lack of knowledge. When we get the right knowledge and complete knowledge, then we will not have this ignorance. When we come across this ignorance, automatically ego arises. Then we will be connected with the higher energies. In next verse of sloka, he explains, my soul is filled with pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is Atmanandam, pure consciousness, Paramatmanandam. And I am connected with your higher energies. That means God higher energies. If I get deviated from your higher energy, that means God, he mentioning, that automatically the destroying, I'm like, through me, the world will be destroying. Here, he is not threatening the God. He is much emotional through his prayers. He is very much strongly, he believes that God and me are not different. We both are same. The living God. In the better understanding, we can say, Jeevude Devudu. While surrendering, we need unconditional love. How we can surrender to God? When we have unconditional love within ourselves, then automatically we can surrender to God. If not, we cannot do that. Here, that's why in next sloka, he explains about the love. The finest example for the word love he mentioned here is this author, like who wrote this Aksharamanamalai, Ramana Maharishi, Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi. He compares the love with the pure that of the mother. No one can compare in the world without mother's love. No one can be compared. That's why he compared love that is the pure that of mother. Here he compared love with the word mother. Mother will be well prepared. She will be ready, and she will be willing to make any sacrifice for the sake of her child. Here for mother, the child's welfare is her only concern. She is utterly mindful of what happened to herself. Likewise, the devotee of God is more than of the mother. When God will be showering himself throughout the world, throughout the universe, unconditionally, same like mother. But mother will be only for her child. But God is for whole universe. He will be showering his things. Here he used the one word called Kripa Jalandi. That means unbargaining love. He showers his grace without hindrance. That is what I said. Without hindrance, he will shower his love throughout the world without any partiality. He doesn't expect also what the devotee soul is going to do. He never expects. He don't have even expects the allegiance that we can say commitment or superior of God's grace. Here he mentioned in one word called crystal clear. The God's love will be like crystal clear. Same likewise, we also should be like him. Then only we will be connected, and automatically we can gain his higher energies. And he used another word, it's Idivo Undral. That means the grace that is greater than the mother. He explained in the word called Idivo Undral in this sloka. Here, my soul means God's soul. When we surrender whole universe, the God soul is surrender whole universe in the form of senses and organs, which we called as Jnanendriyalu, Karmendriyalu. In this form of two things, the God is surrendered throughout the world. Here, we can take one example. When we see mango in a tree, our hand automatically plucks it. Behind that, our mind is educating us to do that job. When our action and mind both togetherly combines, our wish will be fulfilled. If not, we get negative emotions like anger, impatience, everything. When our goal is not succeeded, immediately we get everything, all the negative emotions. Here, what our Maharishi is asking to God is, please give me some energy to control my mind, to make my mind to go in the right direction. Same thing, even in Mahabharatam also, Lord Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, one who controls the anger, one who expresses his anger in the right way and right time, they are the real person. And he also mentioned in the sloka called Krododbhavati sammohat smriti vibramaha smriti brahmsad buddhinasat pranasyati. Without doubt, here we can see the mind is very difficult to overcome and unsteady, but we can do only through practice. Our mind runs without rest always. Our mind revolves around the objects or something. Always it runs it's like a monkey mind, we can say. Imagining that happiness, we will think our happiness lies in something else. But final thing here is we need to understand, masters. Here we need to understand happiness is not outside. It is within ourselves, not in the objects, not in other things, not in others. The happiness is always within ourselves. But when we get this happiness within ourselves, automatically the desires will become less. When our mind will stop running behind these objects, automatically our desires will become less. And when it runs more, it becomes the restless. Our mind will become the restless. So though at that time, though we sit in the meditation, we cannot get that stability. When we work on all these things, every day we need to work on all these things, unless until we cannot go into that meditative stage. We cannot get that meditation stage. Masters, hope you are all understanding. Please stop me if you are feeling difficult to understand this thing, or if anyone new to this for the class today, please stop me so that I can explain as much as possible. Am I clear, masters? You can rise with your thumbs ups or something else if you are unable to unmute. Okay. Okay. Okay, in next verses, first he explains about the love. In next verses, he explains about the beauty. God desperately revealed his beauty in the form of truth. There is no beauty other than God. Other than God, it means there is no beauty other than truth. Here he is mentioning beauty is not in appearance, not in ourselves. Beauty is in the form of truth. When we have the pure heart, pure soul, when we are very much unconditional, when we don't have any judgments, when we don't have anything, automatically we are the beauty, and it is called the real beauty. God desperately show his beauty in the form of truth. God, here author Ramana Maharishi says like God is Bhuvana Sundara, the beauty that can ravish the entire world. He is the rasa. He is the sweetness that is the stronger than every taste. Brahmananda, as we discussed, Brahmananda means it is a blissful stage. Without limit, he showers everywhere. When saints, we all know saints, they seen the God. When they seen the God, they described, few saints, they described Manmada, Madana Mohana. It means that God is beauty of beauty. He is the king of the beauty. Why they say means because they seen the real truth. Just for the sake of saving souls to attract them, God is born in the world as Avatara. The names like Avatara, like just as Rama, Krishna, just they took this avatars just to for saving the soul, just to because everyone can't understand the subject, everyone can't understand that higher thing, just to avoid all those things and to save the world, to say this. They took different avatars for as a Rama, Krishna, etc., which brings delight into our hearts. To make understand the human mind, even God has to take calm avatara to himself or herself. And here, masters, here Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi, he explains one more 2-3 lines in this. Kamaha krodahascha labacha deha tishyanti taskaraha ananta apratet tasma jagrate jagrate. Here he explains about 3 things. Kama, krodaha, lobacha. It means desire, anger, and greed. When this all resides in the body, in order to steal the wisdom, when this all arises in ourselves, it automatically, this negative emotion will steal our wisdom. And therefore, we should be awake, be awake, be awake. Tasma jagrate jagrate. As our Patriji sir always says, be in awareness, no judgments, no complaints, accept everyone in the world as they are. So automatically we can come across all these 3 things: desire, anger, and greed. Here, I would like to, before ending this session, I would like to share this small story on this, how we should come across this pride, ego. Okay. Once upon a time, there is a king who is proficient in all the subjects. He is having the feeling that no one can impress him because he is a much knowledgeable person. One fine day, he kept the competition in his kingdom. Whoever impresses him by their stories or poems or any other art, they will be gifted with some good number of amount. Okay, one wise man came to king and started and he told he will be telling some story to impress the king. And he also kept the condition for each line of his story, he need to say yes by shaking his head. King agreed, and wise man started telling the story now. Once upon a time, in a forest, there is a hunter, and king says yes by shaking his head. And hunter started shooting the birds on the tree. Again, our king did the same job, like shaking the head, saying the yes. Hunter hits the bullet to the tree. One bird flew away. And again, one more bullet he hits. Again, one more bird flew away. Same thing, wise man is repeating for 10 times. Even our king is also doing his job. Yes, yes, yes. But after some times, king really got irritated. Why are you repeating the same story for a number of times? Then wise man replied, what can I do, king? The same bird which flown away is coming back on the tree. And he says, and that story never ends. At that moment, the king realizes that how much ever we are proficient about the things, or still we have more to learn in this world. We know only one person. There is still much more thing which we need to learn from this world. Here, king lost his patience with his ego and pride. Like he's asking everyone to impress him. He got awakened by his story, and the king praised him with gifts. Masters, here we can see in our previous epics also, our Ramadas, Annamaya, Adi Shankaracharya, everyone, all these people surrender everything to the God through their good, like everyone surrender to the God. Though they are good in literature, when God asked them, how you are able to write, they replied, I am not writing. through your energy, when your energy is flowing into me, you are making me to write. It is all yours. Nothing was in my hand. This is the way they surrender to the God. That is the way, same thing. Now Ramana Maharishi is telling, this is the same thing we also should do to the God. We should not expect anything. Even in our Patrijas are always says in one of the clip which I heard, whenever you pray to God, this is the procedure you have to pray to the God. Always you should not go to the God and ask, I need that, I need this, I need that. Always you should ask, whoever around me, everyone should be happy. The world should get peace. Then only you will be peace at your place. Unless the world is not peace, we are not peace. So this is the way even our Patrijas are also teaches us. This is the way how our Ramana Maharshi explains all these slokas in step by step through the emotions. In different types of emotions, he explained how beautifully through slokas for today's session. Thank you so much for everyone for listening to me and in today's session. If you have any doubts, anything, please ask me. Yes, masters. This is all about today's session. Are you feeling encouraged with my thing, or hope you're all understanding? Yes, masters.
Thank you.
The last point.
Thank you.
Okay. Before
thank you, Deekshitha. Very
Thank
encouraging messages you have shared.
Thank you. Before ending the session, for 30 minutes, we will all do the meditation. Okay. Everyone, please sit comfortably. If you have some water next to you, please have little water. It will help you to relax your body and it will help the energy to flow